Okay, so this video is going to be what to do when you're like in a bad mood. I obviously can't cure like depression or anything, but these are gonna be things that I do when I am feeling sad that usually make me feel a little better. Okay, so this is probably not for everyone. People make fun of me when I say that this is what I do when I'm sad. I make collages. I feel like making collages is really fun. You can either like cut out pictures from a magazine, or you can use like construction paper, or if you have a printer you can print stuff and then make a collage. But I always think that making collages is really fun and helps me when I'm in a bad mood. The second thing I would do is I take a really long bath for like 2 or 3 hours. That usually makes me feel better. Okay, the next thing I would do is to listen to happy music. Here's gonna be one of my happy music suggestions. So my first suggestion, I love this song. It's from Beverly Hills Chihuahua, like 1 or 2 I think, but it's also not from that, but that's where I found this song. Okay, so I feel like anything from Pink, I feel like Pink has a lot of like happy songs. I think there's a lot of like happy songs from Nicki Minaj. I feel like Katy Perry has a lot of happy songs. This is like my favorite Taylor Swift song currently. I feel like these probably aren't considered happy, but I really love King Princess's songs. I love it when we play. Okay, that's probably enough song recommendations. Okay, so the next thing I would do is watch like funny movies and videos, I guess. Yeah, so this video I watch every single time I am sad. Pretty much, not every single time, but it's called No Girls Allowed Night Routine by Weston Corey. It's a really funny video to me personally. I also like watching the roast of Amy Ordman, but if you don't watch Amy Ordman, you wouldn't really get that like video. I feel like it wouldn't be funny to you. I also like watching Andrew Lau videos. I like watching Mac Does It. I like watching, that's pretty much like the first YouTubers. Oh, David Dobrik, I like watching him. So I also have a Netflix recommendation, Clueless. It was recently added to Netflix. I love that movie. Love Victor is on Hulu. I just watch it. It is like a spin-off of Love, Simon. I actually liked it better than Love, Simon to me, because Love, Simon, the storyline to me feels like a little bit like unrealistic. I feel like the storyline also seems unrealistic, but it seems like more realistic. I feel like, yeah, I feel like it could happen. Okay, and then on Disney Plus, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen is on there, and I love that movie. So other things you can do, a lot of people like to go on a walk when they're sad to like clear their mind. A lot of people like to play with their pet. A lot of people like to do like arts and crafty things like paintings or drawing, or maybe writing something. You like write a letter to someone or something. I don't know. Baking, painting your nails. I paint my nails every day. There is some on my skin right now, which is fine. Yeah. My last recommendation is to listen to a podcast. And also all my podcast recommendations, I listen to too many podcasts. So my favorite podcast is Bros Before Hoes. It is Lucas Cruikshank and Jacob Cruikshank, and they basically talk about, I feel like they mostly talk about like celebrities. Yeah, they talk about like Lindsay Lohan a lot and things like that. Dating Straight, that is with Amy Ordman and Jack Dodge. They have a guest on every week, almost. I think they did a couple episodes of that, I guess. And they talk about like their love lives, I guess. Talk Nasty to Me. This is with Nicole Raffi. She basically talks about her life. It's like every episode is something different. She talks about digital minimalism, last one, which is more interesting than it seems. Basically, actually that wasn't the last one, but that was the last one I listened to because I listened out of order. But basically it's about like not having too much like apps on your phone and stuff. It's like minimalism except for like with your phone and stuff. She talked about, what is that called? Manifesting. She had an episode about manifesting. It's very similar to Anything Goes by Emma Chamberlain, which is also a podcast I like listening to. She talked about cheerleading because Emma Chamberlain used to be a cheerleader. She talked about LA because she lives in LA. I think she maybe had an episode about like embarrassing moments, or I also want to make that up. But yeah, she just talks about like her life. But both of those podcasts are like way more interesting than they sound. I listen to Yang Speaks sometimes. It's Andrew Yang's podcast. He usually has guests on, and I feel like it's a lot about like economics, but it's like more interesting than it sounds, and like current events. I listen to Views every week. It's with David Dobrik and Jason Nash. It's always really funny. Also, they've had Natalie in like almost every episode recently, so Natalie's basically in it. Also, Ilya has been, I blinked out on his name for a minute. He's been in almost every episode recently, so he's basically a co-host now. I sometimes listen to the Joe Rogan podcast, but also some of his episodes like annoy me. I feel like when he talks about women, it sometimes comes across as like misogynistic, at least to me. I listen to the H3 every once in a while, HG podcast every once in a while, usually depending on like the guests that they have. That one's funny sometimes. Okay, comment down below if you have anything that you do when you are sad that makes you feel better a lot of the times, and also comment any video ideas you want me to do. I will do them maybe if I think that they're a good idea. And yeah, that is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you should like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, add me on that because I add every single person back. And that is the end of my video, so goodbye.